There's a lot of combinations one can do. Rice and beans, mixed with frozen meat. Won't go over frozen stuff, that's for another time. Well, folks, here we are. The video on America's ever-declining health problems. Hello, everybody. It's me, the Ad Channel, or Ad, or Eddie, or whatever you want to call me. Man, I am a fat ass. We have talked about food a lot lately. We have talked about fast food twice, some food that probably shouldn't be eaten by anybody, and today we're going to be tackling something that you could say so is in the middle of the pack. Frozen food. When going to any grocery store, big or small, you are bound to expect a section with at least a few fridges that hold so many items. Yeah, man, you thought there were a lot of fast food chains? Honey, if they walk into a Walmart, they would check their prices. If there's one thing to note about frozen food is that mostly anything can be stored in a freezer or at least kept cold. It keeps a lot of stuff preserved a lot longer than one might think. Since there's a lot I can recover and probably won't have time to cover all of it, there is one category that us fat boys might know too well: frozen meals. The convenience of grabbing something off the shelf, usually putting it into a microwave, and getting an instant meal in minutes, it's that simple. You and I both know we love these kinds of food, shying away from actually cooking something that might benefit your health more than with some effort, and instead of doing something that, yet again, would probably make kids or college students cheer. Why the hell do I keep bringing up college students? I don't know why. It must be a coincidence or something. Anyways, for me personally, frozen meals are just the way they go, honestly. That is probably not the right time to have a Factor be a sponsor of this video. One trip to Walmart, Target, etc. and just having a cart full of cold boxes just makes a man happy. And while I've been cooking a lot lately as a hobby, I mean, come on, man. Sometimes you just can't beat it. I'm just lazy, okay? We won't go over everything, but at least a good chunk to really get you into this. It's some kind of weird world of frozen food. See what I did there? See what I did there? No? Okay, let's go show myself. Okay, let's go. Well, there's a lot to start, a lot to cover and eat. I figured it would be the best to start out with breakfast. Okay, I'm not gonna give an intro to this. Waffles. Egos to be exact. One of the best foods out there. It's got such a nice taste and a whole variety of them. I eat these things all the time. There's a whole box of waffles in my fridge right now. It's not Egos, but it still works. It's the easiest breakfast for anyone, not counting cereal. The chocolate chip waffles are an absolute godsend, thick and fluffy, or how I like my women, and even the blueberry ones aren't too bad, even though I'm not a big blueberry guy. What a shock. The blueberry doesn't like blueberries. Wow. They also have pancakes and French toast, and I'm not gonna lie, they're kinda underwhelming. I'm used to both those not frozen, so trying them this way feels wrong. The frozen pancakes are okay though. I enjoy it sometimes along with sausage. Speaking of those, there's two types: cooked and uncooked. I've talked about it briefly on the Struggle Meals video if you want to check that out, but to tell you my honest truth, it's not great. The sausage links though, I like them. It's weird. They're like the same thing, yet I like the wieners better. I gotta give a nod to bacon. I love bacon. Cooking up is fun because you really don't have to do anything. You just gotta let it sit there and get bacon on the plate. I would be very surprised if there was a box of fully cooked bacon out there. Side note, there is, and it's alright. Now, I do think it's a perfect time for me to state this. The whole idea of a convenient frozen meal may seem like a good idea, but sometimes it's too good to be true. And we're going to be seeing that with a lot of these upcoming meals. Not all of them are winners. For example, the sausage and egg biscuit and griddle cakes from Jimmy Dean's. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these suck. It might be a skill issue on my part, but every time I try to warm up one of their products, it's always wet. That goes for a lot of the other products that have plastic wraps, but like, come on, it soaks the sandwich up, and it's not even enjoyable at that point. You might as well just take whatever I said and combine it. Make your own sandwich, or hell, just go to McDonald's. I can't also go without mentioning the breakfast bowls. Everything you could possibly think about when it comes to breakfast is there. Now, I haven't tried these either, so I'm not to leave you in the dark with that one. And the breakfast hot pockets too. I will put some light on breakfast corn dogs though. Those in the blueberry variant ones are so good. They made me forget my middle name upon a bite. Dip it in syrup, and it makes you forget what I had to say on this script. It definitely puts up a good fight against waffles for sure. I don't want to pick the winner. That's up to you. Now, as we transition into the afternoon, it's actually a little widespread for what you can eat for lunch. It's not really set for any of these meals. I mean, you can eat those breakfast sandwiches at 9 p.m. and nobody's stopping you. I wouldn't though. What I'm trying to say is there's no specific categories except for like 2 things. But let's not worry about that. There's a lot and I haven't tried all of them because I wouldn't be making a video if I did. So what I'm going to do instead is be 10 years old again and reminisce about the more recognizable and probably a lot less healthier foods. And also I'll spend up on things to mention more stuff. First off, Lunchables. This technically doesn't fit our frozen food stash, but when am I ever going to talk about this? Basically, the whole lead elephant in the room. Honestly, these have never been good. Sure, the pizza is a fan favorite, and so is their cracker sandwiches. But I wouldn't read the nutrition labels on any of them. Nachos are really bland. I guess the hot dog bites and the chicken dunks are okay, but they lack what an actual chicken nugget tastes like. The only thing that I can think about that's worth getting, totally, is the uploaded variants with a deep dish pizza and a sub. And those come with Cheez-Its, a treat, and a tiny ass water bottle with a Kool-Aid packet. I'll always like Kool-Aid. I used to like these, but they just got so unappealing after a while. Yeah, there's nothing good to say about it. Now, did they ever come with, like, anything? Yeah, there's, like, grilled cheese and pepperoni pizza sandwiches. Why? You do not need to go out your way to buy a fucking grilled cheese when you could do it at home. Just don't get these. You can make it at home. Don't get Lunchables, and do not get me started with Lunchly. Okay, I made this script when Lunchly was still around, and now they're gone now. So now this script is outdated. God damn it. But hey, you don't need that slop. What you need is a Hot Pocket. Shockingly, Hot Pockets are great and have a good range of flavors except for the ham and cheese ones. I'm sorry, I just don't like those being together. My issue with them though is when you cook them in the microwave, one side can be crispy and hard as fuck, and the other side can be soft and gooey as fuck, and it brings a bad balance sometimes. Although, I have the same issue with the other frozen stuff. I think that that's just the microwave's fault. Speaking of, I do miss those microwave sleeves, but I know they were for a good cause, for the environment and stuff, but come on, sleeve. Another classic is the corn dog. I used to eat these all the time. It was my fan favorite right next to pizza. I ate so many wieners in my lifetime. I'm not gay, guys. I swear. I swear. If you're gonna go out and get some, though, I recommend the Bar's Red Box variants. They have a nice taste and they're coated in honey, so infinitely better than the Foster Farms box. Those I get all the time, and I don't know. It never had a good taste to them, you know. I think because I ate them so much, it tastes like nothing to me now. I cannot forget about the mini corn dogs, however. They are so good, and I get some all the time, even as a 19-year-old that should probably pay attention to his health more after what he just said. And speaking of nuggets, it's time to talk about this. For 7 years, count on 8, I have done non-stop talking, but it's time to talk about chicken nuggets, specifically dino nuggets. What more can be said? It's dino nuggets. It's chicken nuggets, but they're dinosaurs. It's so cute! When you cook them, you bite the heads up, and you can make them fight to the death with the ketchup as the blood, and you just eat them until there's a winner? And maybe I was just heavily autistic, who knows? Without the nostalgia factor, it's actually pretty good. It's good to compare to other chicken nugget breads, even fast food ones, to be honest. A good selection. What more can be said? It's dino nuggets. It's chicken nuggets that are dinosaurs. It's chicken nuggets that are shaped like dinosaurs. Another thing I really find myself enjoying are, funnily enough, Uncrustables. It is easier to make peanut butter and jelly, but these are alright too. Even the NFL eats like 80,000 of them. Maybe they're not the best option for a general meal, but as a snack, it's pretty good too. But if you are a man, not a coward, you would go for the chicken pate. If I had to bring up the struggle meals video again, there is nothing better to me than air frying some patties, then sliding some cheese slices and some bread on it. This is life. I would have included it, but $20 a bag at Costco was asking for too much, which also includes the burger patties. Speaking of which, I would get a big bag of frozen patties over there and cook them on the stove. I have done it so much, I have practically become a master of keeping the consistency of the meat, and also seasoning helps. This goes for practically all kinds of frozen meat. Have you ever just had a section of meat in your freezer and just packs of meat waiting to be cooked? In fact, have you ever had your mother call you to take out the meat and defrost it? She's still doing it. And now, as we segue to the late afternoon, as everybody's getting off work and the kids are getting off school, it would be a time to get something to eat from dinner. But what if that single divorced mom is too tired to make you dinner? Well, you're just gonna have to survive something from the freezer. There's a lot to go around, surprisingly. Everybody knows about TV dinners. It has been around for a long time. The idea of a fully prepped meal with no dirty dishes or messes, and all you have to do is just microwave it. Do the health problems come before or after I finish it? And it's no surprise that there are a lot of them. Some I didn't even know existed. Everybody knows how the order goes. It goes like something like this. First you have the main meal, then the two side dishes, and sometimes, if they love you, a dessert. That assortment applies to both Hungry Man and Banquet. They both have similar meals including their lines of steaks and chicken. I'm gonna be so free with you guys. I have a terrible memory with the Salisbury steak meal. My ex-girlfriend made some for me, and she didn't cook them all the way, and I got sick from it. Sadly, I just can't look at it the same anymore. Probably isn't even that good. Their side dishes differ as well. I hate mashed potatoes, so hell no. Plus, they prep the mashed potatoes in the main dish like, ew, get that away from me. Corn is good. Come on, it's corn. How do you mess up fucking corn? And if it was mac and cheese, you'd have to wait longer for it to get it done because you had to like stir in between. Come on, man, I'm fat and lazy. I don't want to get up halfway of being fat and lazy to go stir some shitty mac and cheese. At least the desserts are good. I honestly prefer the banquets because they have a little more variety. I'm talking spaghetti, chicken strips with fries, pizza meals, chicken nuggets, and mac and cheese with a brownie on it. Oh, come on. That just appeals to children. Hey, wait a minute. Kid Cuisine, the children's Hungry Man. They got options like chicken strips, popcorn chicken, chicken nuggets, and this bomb-ass cheese-stuffed pizza with like corn and pudding. That better be the meal I eat when I go to heaven. And I could see children liking these. Sure, it works, but I think they're easier to make separately and with better quality. Now, if I had to choose all three of these lineups between companies, well, Banquets have boxes of fried chicken. I'll take those bitch in a heartbeat. Now, something I have seen recently are frozen bowls. Now, breakfast has them too, but dinner, it's a whole nother level of these. There's so many. I can't just justify all in one batch. There are some main ones like teriyaki chicken, beef and broccoli, orange chicken, country fried chicken. What the hell is up with all the chicken? I love chicken, but damn, this is the most I've said chicken in a long dang time. Chicken. However, the main gimmick of these bowls is that they have tons of protein in them, supplying a more healthier option for people, which is where those power bowls and lean cuisine line of bowls come up. And I'll be honest, they're good. Me and my mom love them. I especially love the mega bowls Banquet's got going. I think they're good dinner options, and if you got work, they could be good lunches too. So maybe not all frozen food doesn't have to be processed slop or something just to get some in your gullet, just for the sake you ate it. Yeah, there's some things to avoid, but maybe it's not all bad. So, that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya! Which is what I would have said if I had forgot something else. You thought TV dinners were a big part of the frozen tundras and meals? Well, I have not even begun to mention frozen pizza. Oh god. I am not just talking about pizza itself, but its many varieties. Pizza rolls, pizza bagels, French bread pizza, pizza sandwich, party pizza. We have talked about it being in TV dinners. There's even crustless pizza. Dude, it's just sauce, pepperonis, and cheese with no crust. It's just soup with a chance of heartburn. Yeah, when you indulge yourself to all these, it gets tiring. I can go through with the stuff I've eaten. Now, one thing I do not like about frozen pizzas is that most of them are thin crust. I hate thin crust. It feels like paper. I get excited because I'll see some like pizza boxes for cheap, and it's like the cheap thin crust ones. Like, so sorry to Tony's and Jack's. I love you guys, but no. The only exception is Totino's, just because you can pick up one for like not even like $1, and it's easy to make. Rising crust pizza is just better. Dingero's has stuffed crust pizza, and I'm just like, oh god, marry me now. Well, some of them are great. Some of them art. Anything from Tombstone is horrible. Tony's was great as a kid, but now it just kind of sucks. As far as non-pie pizzas, some of them are great. Pizza rolls are some of the greatest non-pie pizzas. Pizza bagels is a close second. I've never tried the French bread, but it's just pizza on bread. There's nothing I could say about that. My overall thoughts on frozen pizza, well, if you don't want to spend almost $20 on just two, or hell, even a fresh one, there are probably better options. You get 3 boxes of frozen pizza on average for maybe $20. And I think this is where it ends in terms of frozen food. There are a lot of pros and cons of getting frozen food over something like fast food or please stop. Look, when you walk into the store, you kind of already know what you're getting with the frozen aisle. Something that isn't too fresh, but the meals are quick and easy to eat. I don't really mind eating something like that every once in a while, like a batch of corn dogs or making waffles, just because cooking isn't going to be everybody's, skill, especially children who prefer stuff like this. I know I did it with Hot Pockets and corn dogs, hell, even TV dinners. Well, just note before I wrap this up, some good food, some food bad, and that's the video. I know there's a lot of meals I never got to, but that's either just because I have never had them or never heard of them. I'm kind of just highlighting stuff from my childhood and also my horrible diet. But hey, if this video gets popular enough, I can go over the stuff I did not mention, and hell, I could even try them on camera. But we'll just have to see. But anyways, that will do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to notifications so you do not miss a post. And whatever you do not make these foods your diet. Don't be me, okay? Anyways, guys, I will see you guys all later. Have a good one. Don't you I just can't be